So after I very bluntly informed my parents via text or email, I can't remember which, that we aren't coming to church anymore on Wednesday nights, and they have also found out now by this point that we are moving, because of course they live next door, so it's kind of hard to hide that process. But anyway, after I've told them very directly that their behavior is the reason I'm not coming anymore, and they see that we're getting ready to move, I get a message from them and say, oh, well, we realize there's things wrong with our relationship and we'd like to, meet together to talk about it and see what can be done. Well, I'm in the middle of moving with 6 kids. Yeah. I don't have time for any more drama at that point. I am not gonna stop and give them the attention they're looking for at this point at the cost of my family's health and ability to do stuff. And so I say, look, we're in the middle of moving. I can't do this with you right now. I'll have to schedule something after the move is complete. And so, of course, they didn't like that, but, what was I going to do? At this point, we also met with 2 couples who the husbands were elders at the church. One was someone who'd known my dad since childhood, and the other was someone closer to our age. And we met and we explained to them why we weren't coming to church anymore, midweek meeting, and that we were moving. And both of these were because of the behavior that my parents and my brother had been displaying in a public setting regularly, in addition to what we were dealing with privately. And both couples expressed that they were sad that we weren't going to come anymore on Wednesday nights, and that they advised us to try to ignore the behavior, but they didn't feel any need to do anything about it. They said they would pray, that they were sad that we were feeling that way and that we were suffering, but also that they didn't necessarily feel a need to do anything. So we told them very straightforwardly that we are going to try moving and see if giving us some distance from my family will give us the change that we need to not be dealing with all these panic attacks and the results of abuse, frankly. But we weren't sure whether it was going to be enough. And so we looked for a place to move, and we moved about an hour away, but we were still planning on continuing to commute up to our church and having an active role there, because of course my husband was a minister and that was his job. And so our plan was just, okay, we'll commute in and we'll have an hour's drive, safety and distance from my family, and hopefully that will be enough for us to manage.